doesn't love a good conspiracy theory? I know I do. Do you guys believe in conspiracy theories?
I like watching them.
There's actually one trending right now called Transvestigation.
First thing to look for is whether the shoulders are wider than the hips, because again, this is the anatomy of a male. This is Hollywood actress Jennifer Garner, and what you'll notice first is how wide the shoulders are to the hips. Notice also Leanne Rimes with the same physiology, and at the same time demonstrating the hip bone there is below the belly button, because real women cannot have this shape. Check these gender differences on yourself and your female friends. But yes, I think Meghan Markle is a male to female tranny. So let's start with the jaw. As you can see, it's wide and square, not oval and soft like a woman's. Not such a prominent brow ridge. Notice Famke Janssen, for comparison, has the same jaw squareness, and on this person the brow ridge is very prominent, even from a front view. This is a tranny.
I personally feel extremely triggered just by the name, but I want to get more into it. Transvestigation is basically people that go ahead and use the whole transgender topic and start dissecting it into different ideologies or different ideas about, for example, celebrities being transgender and not being open about it. I mean, there's an entire article about Madonna, Jessica Alba, there's people...
Justin Bieber,
all being transgender and being in the closet about it. So I think it's ridiculous. I'm just gonna say it right away. I think that somebody's just using this as a way to, I don't know, get views or...
But you know, like any publicity is good publicity. Like in the Philippines before, like Spice Girls became very popular because they said they're all trans, except for one. And it got curious.
Except for one.
Yeah, no, they did. They did say that. So everybody was like curious about it. We actually started to look. And
I didn't know they did that.
They did it in the Philippines before. And I think it's also because like they're not Filipino, so they're like their figure was a little bit different from like ours. So like maybe like they would like think that the broader shoulders and this and that and that. But so I think it has been happening for a long time, and there's nothing new to it. I think.
There's apparently a lot of models that come into question about being transgender because models tend to be taller, like trans women. They tend to have
Nice shoulders.
broader shoulders, more of a square jawline. So, Kayla, you as a model, what do you think about that? Because, you know,
I think people looking at body shapes and sizes too much is just ridiculous.
Did you see her figure?
And the reason I say that is because I didn't do surgery for my body, but I did work for it. But according to the little video we watched earlier, I would have naturally been genetically female because I've got the broader hips and my waistline sinks in, and by what they showed. So I think looking at those things is just it's a reach.
I totally agree with Kayla.
Total
Like she has like the best body, and then this guy just really wants to be famous. That's the bottom line, you know.
I think it sells. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Well, I wanted to.
And it's fun to watch.
I wanted to talk about a particular experience that happened to me, which I think I had talked to you guys about before, and is I was clocked or outed as a transgender woman when I was at the gym. I happened to be in the locker room, and this woman was helping me with my sports bra, and after that, it's when the whole outing happened, and she outed me to other staff members at the gym. My theory is that she noticed that maybe my shoulder to hip ratio was different than the average girl. And that's why she clocked me as a transgender woman. And I think that that's something that I know a lot of trans women worry about because
I'm guilty of that though. I'm guilty of that. Like sometimes I look at women and I'm like, you know, so I think transvestigation really happens with pretty much not just like in media, but like even like when we're out, like people do their own transvestigation sometimes, like with women, especially women as beautiful as you. Sometimes, you know, like they want to look for something to make it seem like you're less than me just because you're trans, and they start looking for those things.
I like that.
But it happens everywhere. I mean, we just have to deal with it.
I like that point that you bring up because it's almost like they're trying to make it seem like being trans is a bad thing, and I don't think being transgender is a bad thing. We need to own being trans. And at the end of the day, whether we're trans or not, whether Madonna is trans or not, she's still one of the most amazing pop singers in the world. And I think with that, until next time, we are
Girls like us.
Hola, hola. This is Carolina. Thank you so much to everyone for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing to our channel, Girls Like Us. We're so happy to have you guys be part of our family and communicate with us. So don't stop. We will be right there with more episodes. So stay on the lookout for that. And until next time, we'll see you at Girls Like Us. Mwah.